Hey. Okay, look. I already know. You never met nobody like me. Never have you ever. But you gon' find out. First off, I'm not your average Negro. I heard the beat, a pencil grabbed me and said, here we go. I was with it as soon as I heard the strings in it. Johnny Storm lit it up, but waited until the thing hit it. Sue Storm made the beat, got a fantastic engineer.
So, but that's just the main thing. I mean, you're speaking on consistency and building your brand, building your product and your name just through consistency. It's not about, it'd be cool if you got that fire hit off of one song or whatever, but I mean, if you're banking on that, all right.
I'm telling you.
Try your luck. You can still have that viral hit while you're still making consistent content and making consistent songs too. So yeah.
Exactly. Because that one little hit don't mean that they're gonna like the rest of the music. Like my boy, shout out to my boy Young Wild, and he had that good energy. I don't need no negativity. That song went super viral, super fire. So many celebrities used it. He put out 2 songs since then, but they didn't do the same. And there's nothing he did. Both the songs he put out were good. Videos were better than the Good Energy song. One of them is better than the Good Energy song to me, but it was just that song just did something that was different for people. And it, so there's no guarantee that that fire and that hype gonna stay there, so it's good to just stay consistent. So when it don't fall, you're still getting booked for places. You still got an audience that can go and grab other things, and you know what I'm saying. So you gotta keep working. There's no guarantee.
Big facts. All right. So I know when they hear interview, they're generally thinking about and wanting to hear some questions about what might be going on, what they might be interested in, and what might be interesting of their favorite artist or whoever they're on with. So let's see. Do you have any particular questions you wanted to ask about some of the stuff that's been going on with me?
Man, big time. First off, I hate that we're in this world of AI because you don't know what's real or not. You had a picture with the Eiffel Tower behind you. And I understand that it's real. It's not AI. So it's like, what was the premise and purpose of being out there? Like, what happened? Like, you fill me in. Why was you out there in freaking Eiffel Tower in the background? You know what I'm saying? Like, what was going on? What was that?
I was in Paris.
Yes.
That was legit. So, had that whole thing was just about me sharing some of the experiences and being around and traveling, because it's more than just me. I mean, sure, it might be cool to kind of see me, in the studio or something like that. It's like, there's a world outside of this.
Exactly.
And really, and real quick, I want just as an example, there was a content creator or influencer who, I was cool with it.
Influencer. He wasn't no confluencer. That was an influencer. You feel me? We ain't
okay. Yeah, right.
Not everybody get that title. You feel me?
Okay. Promoting themselves, doing stuff. I'm like, cool. So I'm watching. I'm like, I kind of like that. It's actually a female.
Yeah.
So, and I'm like, doing some dances and stuff like that. I'm like, but I wasn't following her, like legit following her, until she started sharing some of the other experiences, the traveling, the sampling foods and being involved in other cultures, and just kind of, and then like expressing and showing like dancing in like the streets of other countries, just not disrespectfully, but just kind of showing her art everywhere else. I'm like, that makes me want to follow her for real. Yes. That's what did it. And then I'm like, look, okay, now you got a follower. Now I'm really invested in what it is you're doing, because it's outside of just this. Yeah, I mean, sure, she could, dance and shake it or whatever.
Exactly.
I'm like, that's cool. But I mean, a lot of people doing that already. So that's not really doing anything else for me. But once that other stuff started being involved in it, follow it, because that's what did. And so I kind of thought about that. Like, I really want to express more of me, like the human side, because people become invested in that as well. It's more relatable to kind of see, okay, I want to travel here, I want to travel there. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm, part of my life as well. So that's one of the things that I want us to do and have out there.
I love it.
And actually, my that was actually on the me and my youngest son. Like, I have 3 kids. I got a daughter, and 2 boys. My daughter is the oldest, 25. That's
Yeah.
Brianna, and my oldest son is DJ, and then my youngest son is named Isaiah. So Isaiah and I and my spouse, his mom and all that, we went to travel to Paris, had a great time there and everything, and then set up a photo shoot. And so they're doing that, dressed up, out there doing it. One of those pictures ended up being in a magazine. So like the cover of a magazine is like with him and I like kind of looking down at each other. It's like the craziest. I'm like, dang, that is what I'm. And people see that, they're like, oh, okay, he's doing other things. Like this is different. I'm like, yeah.
So dope.
And so it just shows another side, and it's like, and you never know. Like I never thought about being a model. I don't consider myself a model. I just kind of was able to be in a magazine. I'll just put it like that. I'm not a model.
Yeah.
But seeing something like that and having the photographer who has an eye to this would actually be good in a magazine.
Exactly.
And it's like the cover of the magazine. I'm like, bro. So my son's a model. I just had to be there with him. But yeah, so that was a big thing. So that was the idea about putting that up.
I love it. In this world of AI that we're in now, there's a lot of what I don't see from you on any of your platform is no complaints of it at all. And what I see from a lot of artists, a lot of them are mad all AI, is taking over from, real artists. There are a lot of people who don't have the certain skill that, they're not real producers. They can just put in a prompt and now they got a dope beat and they're putting, so there's a lot of that stuff going on. People are so mad at Timbaland right now for putting out the artist Tata. Now here's my opinion. I just want to give out, I ain't mad at Timbo at all. And I'm going to explain why. People hot with me about it. I don't care. Number one, he not using AI to make the beat. This is Timbaland. He's making his beat. They're not using AI to write the music. Him and his team are writing the music. The only thing they're doing is they're using the melodies and things they come up with and they have an AI artist that they're using to put it out. To me, that's still a form of art. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, oh, well, a human should get that right. The person that does the Asian chick that he's doing to do the videos and go out to the Grammys and all these places, she's a real person. Just ain't her singing. She's an actor playing that role of the artist. He needs an avatar for that artist that he's putting out. It's her.
Oh, wow, okay.
So a real person is still making the money. So what do I'm like, people are like, oh, but no, like you got to really play the keys. I'm like, all the sampling that's been going on. When Jermaine Dupri put out Jump, Chris, he sampled the Jackson 5 song. He didn't play no keys. A lot of y'all are using loops, using drum loops.
Yeah.
So what's the difference? A lot of y'all using auto-tune. That ain't your voice. So what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Oh, you're using AI for your photos. You use Photoshop. What's the difference? You feel what I'm saying? It's like people I feel a lot of people want to justify the fact that they're not where they are and they need an excuse to be able to, you see, that's taken away from. No, bro, do your thing and make it work for you.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at with it.
I feel you on that. I kind of thought about it for a minute and I didn't really, I wasn't necessarily mad. I was just kind of interested in learning, well, what's his end game with that? Because I don't think he's just doing it by accident. Like there's a plan as to why he's doing it. So I'm like thinking, okay, let's just see where it goes. Because I'm like, I'm not going to, first of all, it's Timbo. I'm not going to say anything negative about him, like for real. Because I know that even if that's where he's going now, we've seen his work before, heard his work before. Nothing can be taken away from what he's already done. So it's not like, oh, if he's doing this now, I bet he did this with Justin Timberlake. No, just stop. Just stop. You sound crazy.
Stop.
Go sit in the corner. Put yourself in timeout. But so my take on it nowadays is, to be able to kind of use it as a tool to help with like maybe an idea that you create. Like, what is that? Oh, okay. Exactly. So I'll take that idea, then I'll build on it and do my own thing with it. That's the way I'm thinking about it.
That's the way to me, that's the way it should be.
Exactly.
In all, not even just in music. Like when I use ChatGPT, it's their ideas. I got an idea. I need help formulating how I'm going to make this happen, or it's supposed to be an assistant.
Exactly. Now, if you're using it for everything, I'm with using it as in as an assistant, as a way to help enhance something or give
Yes.
you an idea. Now, I'm not with deception, but
Exactly.
if you're going to use it and say, hey, maybe an idea, hey, what's an idea for this? Oh, okay, that's pretty good. And then you just shift and start doing your own thing with it. Just use it as an idea starter, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not, like I said, I'm not with deception, but use it as a tool to help because I've used it in well, not me personally, but someone that I worked with used it at like maybe a piece of production they were doing to kind of help show me a type of this, a style of that. I'm like, oh, I wouldn't have thought about doing it like that. Okay.
Exactly.
So then I just heard it and used it kind of as a reference, but I was still doing my own thing. Like they're not writing for me. They're not rapping for me. I just use it as an idea to get an idea of a way of delivering something. So I just did that.
I love it. I'm taking a picture right now of this interview with somebody just blowing up the phone, and I need them to see that I'm in an interview right now. You know what I mean?
I promise I'm not just sitting here eating cereal. I'm doing something. Had a bowl of Captain Crunch watching SpongeBob. No, I'm working. I got something going on here.
A bowl of Captain Crunch watching SpongeBob. Very last question, and then we can move on from it. I feel like I'm gonna do 3 questions. The last one, give me the mindset of you got Flava Hype, but also Ezekiel Flint. Like, what was the mindset of doing that artist, putting it out, and moving that way? Like, give me that. What was the love of the country? All of it. Just, I need that.
Okay, so it all started. Well, let me go back a little bit. My mom, well, rest in peace, rest in peace. She was a big fan of Westerns growing up, and I used to watch. I watched it with her, but I didn't really understand what was going on. I'm like,
exactly. That's how me and my aunt love Westerns, and again, I know exactly what you mean.
Okay. All the stuff was over my head. I'm like, okay, there's a stagecoach, there's a horse. All right, whatever, do your thing. But she was really into it and watched it. As I got a little bit older, I watched a couple of them. I was like, oh, okay, so they're not just, I was just young and didn't know what was going on. Okay, they're cool. But she was a fan of the old one because she loved like Clint Eastwood, old ones. You know what I'm saying? John Wayne,
exactly.
Charles Bronson, and all those. Like, she loved those dudes like that. And I was like, okay, so she had an appreciation for it. And I kind of kept that in mind, like, I mean, that's cool that she had that. She held on to it. As I got a little older, around like maybe high school, a little after high school, I started watching some of the Westerns, the modern ones, like the Tombstone.
Man, hey, I'll be a Huckleberry. Best country movie made. I don't care what nobody say.
Man, I'm like, bruh, this is crazy good. And like The Quick and the Dead, I know it's like a remake, but look like with Sharon Stone and Gene Hackman. I mean, yeah. And so, watching those, I'm like, yo, these movies are good. Then I started watching more. I'm like, oh, okay. So let me see this one. Let me watch that one. And even some of the newer ones that came out a little more recently, The Magnificent Seven, shoot, The Harder They Fall, and things like that. So some of those I was watching a little bit more. And I'm like, wow, these are really good, very well done. And there was a beat that I heard. I was like, hey, this sounds pretty good. I want to try to make it sound like it might be a little Western-ish. I want to see if I could come up with something for it. So I kind of created a story. The first one was Holes in the Chest.
Yep.
And so that was the first one. And I'm like, hey, I like this.
Hole in your chest. Hey, that's what do it. Oh, my bad. My fault. I fanned out a little bit. My fault.
So, and I'm big on storytelling. And so I kind of wanted to create a story to kind of introduce a character. But I didn't think about creating another persona at the time. I just created that. And I said, well, I need to give him a name because people are going to want to know what it is. So then I started researching the name. I'm like, well, what is this name being used? Is that name being used? So I had to Google like someone like, no, okay, cool. So I like the name Ezekiel. I don't want to use that. And I wanted to come back to it and use it a different way. So when I said Ezekiel Flint Umar, like his initials spelled F-U. So I was like, oh, that sounds slick. That's kind of slick. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna come back to that. So once I came up with that song, I was like, maybe what if I create a few more songs to kind of give him a story, kind of
Yeah.
create him and build a little bit more in his character. And I wanted to try to stay true to that. I mean, not necessarily that genre, but just having him be that character. I wanted to kind of
Yes.
stay in there, kind of use my voice, kind of get into that where he's really like this and I'm rapping about it, that
Exactly.
kind of stuff. So I wanted to do that, but at the same time, I wanted to make sure there was something distinct about him. So for everyone out there, I don't know if y'all listened to that, my initial spell FUEP from Ezekiel Flugumar. I mean, that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Every single one of his the songs, there's always some reference to like a weird saying that could play now, but kind of make sense that it was used back then as well. Like in
Yep.
one of the songs, it was I'm slicker than a sidewinder slathered in butter.
Yep.
It'd be easier to get milk from a bull's udder.
With bull's udder. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So,
Yep.
like you can say like it makes sense, but it's like, man, that sounds like some old country western dude would say from way back when.
Exactly. And you can use it because it's in the right context now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that was the challenge I placed on myself to be able to make sure that it makes sense now instead of just throwing it out there. Like, no, it plays right here. You can use it right here. And it's like, so that kind of bridges the gap between what was once then and what it is now.
Love it.
And so that's just that's what it was. So it was just my way of, little homage to my mom and what she really likes, the Western stuff, and then me kind of doing my hip hop thing. So I just kind of combined those two.
So dope. So dope.
Appreciate that. Yeah, but that's what it is, man. And I'm sure at some point we'll come back and we'll be able to do another interview and hook up again.
I'm hyped about it. So heck yeah, keep bringing me back.
About it.
You know what I'm saying? I'm Flava Hype about it. You feel me? Keep bringing me back.
Oh yeah, man, we got to get back. Look, the character. We got to get back to it because I know we spoke on. I don't want to give it away, but you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, Yep. So we'll get back to that at some point.
Yeah. Definitely.
But man, I appreciate you being on again. Everyone who doesn't know, this Blaze Hunter, Ninth Wonder.
Yes, sir.
Bars, Simpson.
Come on. Let's go.
And also you can let them know about like your show, your radio show, your series, and things like that as well.
Yes, definitely. So as far as the acting, I got to finally act. The season is completely finished. The web series is called Renegades. It's literally in the editing phases now, so I'll let everybody know when we're releasing it. It'll be this year. So I can't wait for that because I didn't even know how good of a job I was going to do. And I'm so proud of myself for how I can't wait. You don't understand how much I can't wait for y'all to see.
So you're saying you can't wait?
I can't wait. I'm telling you. So definitely gonna have the series. I play a character named Rogue. It's so dope because the character is me, but at the same time, it's all the things that I know that I can't do because I can go to jail. So it's like, yeah, but Rogue don't like if somebody disrespect me right now, I can handle it a certain way. And Rogue is gonna slap the hell out you, may shoot you in the leg, and be like, "All right, go pick." I can't do that. You feel me? Rogue can. So right. I love that it's me, but it's me off the leash. You know what I'm saying? It's such a dope character to be able to dive into that. So I can't wait for Renegades, and that's that. Also, I've been doing freaking comic books, bro. I just never thought, but I'm doing comic books. Like did one called The Black Archer. Shout out to Von Archer. He came to me with an idea because he's a fitness coach and he just wanted to do something, for the kids, but with his character. And he gave me the idea and I designed everything. He's already put it out, had little book signings and everything. So it's like, that's dope. I did an anime comic book called Battle of the Clans. So dope. You know what I'm saying? So
hold on. So let me ask you this. I know you're going through your thing, but were you into comics growing up already?
Yes, I was. I already was into comics. What's crazy, in school, I used to, they had that printing paper that you had to tear apart. It always came in a little zigzag. I used to find a way, if the teacher let me have them or if there was just some lying around, let me get that. And I created comics in school. Like I was just drawing them and I would take characters from people I knew and I'll make like a wrestling comic or a superhero comic, or whatever. But my friends or other classmates or whatever are the characters in it or whatever. So that was something that I did back in the day. So I didn't even think music was going to be what it was. I thought that I'm going to be this big artist because drawing was all I did, and then music just happened to take that spot, and you know that happened. But yeah, doing comic books, which is one of the many blessings of the AI tools. Like AI has the ability to put things in a certain perspective. So I design things, I put it together, and instead of me wasting 2 months on drawing something out a certain way, AI can just take that same character and bring my vision to life of the story that I just told. So there's ways to, you know, use them and put it, you know, put that stuff together or whatever. So you know, doing that. We have the children's ebook book jams, you know. Me and my mom, we're at over 25 books now. Each story has a song at the end of it. We've been doing back to school drives every for the last 3 years. So, you know, we like created book bags, got the logos on them. So cool. I finally, for the first time, got to see a kid walking down the street with a book bag on them, just driving and randomly see it. So I'm like, when, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that type of stuff is dope. I designed the cartoon. We have 2 cartoons out for book jams right now, like literal like cartoons. We have the Halloween and we had the Thanksgiving episodes. And it's so dope to see an actual, like, I got an actual freaking cartoon is insane. So
that's crazy.
Yeah. So it's just, you know, there's a bunch of different things. Of course, Blaze It Up Radio, you know, shout out Blaze It Up Radio. My radio station is still up and running. It's doing its thing. What's crazy is I've and I'm not gonna try to go too long, but I've got involved in 80s style freestyle music. That genre, I've been writing for a few of those type of artists, you know, think like Stevie B, you know, TXA and some of those artists. But you know, there's a guy that I've been writing for over a decade now. He goes by Jaquan. He used to have a group. He had 2 different groups, the Latin Fusion back in the 80s, and then him and this other guy, they were the Nasty Boys. So, you know, they had a lot of success back then. He went solo, started doing stuff. And when he went solo, he always hired me to help produce, write, and do stuff for him. It wasn't until this past year where I wrote some things for him. He finally convinced me to do a collab with him, went to the different events, and it just blew my mind of that fan base. Now, the youngest person in that audience is probably 40. So it's such an older crowd. But bro, it's like the amount of love, the support. We did the Puerto Rican Day Festival out there. It started raining during our, like, literally the rain. It was sunny when we started, pouring down rain. People stayed in the rain to dance and rock with us. They didn't care. You know what I'm saying? The people that came to take pictures, and I look at these artists, and a lot of them they're doing all the different things that I wish a lot of these young hip hop and R&B cats would do. They're not. Everybody think they're too cool for school. These other people they're just. So I've been doing a lot for that industry. So y'all gonna be seeing a whole lot of me, you know, dealing in the freestyle world. And so yeah, I got a good amount going on. And there's so much more, but we'll be here for another hour, you know. So
I feel you.
You know.
But yeah. Well, I appreciate that, man. Yo, that's what's up. Hey, y'all pay attention. You know, Blaze Hunter, it's been around for a minute, been doing some international things with other artists that you know about. Yes. Artists that are deep in the game, solidified pillars in the hip hop community.
Yes, I do want to say, you said international. I'll be remiss if I don't say this right now. I have an event getting ready to go down this upcoming Friday in Nigeria. So even though I'm here in the States, I got a team out there. They're putting together a showcase, the Freestyle Open Mic Showcase, and we're bringing out it's so many talented artists out there. They're doing freestyle, they're doing performances, they're doing dance. They're bringing that out there. You know what I'm saying? I got a beat competition out there for whoever got the rawest beat. They get a free beat. Got a studio out there. So, and it's crazy the prices for that, but we'll talk about that off air. But got a studio out there with a producer that we got signed. And, you know, he's the one handling all the stuff, boots on the ground out there. So certain people who win, they got the the free studio time, get their stuff mixed and mastered out there. It's dope. But you said international, I had to throw that out. So shout out to the team, City Records. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the squad. We doing our thing. So yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what's up, man. But yeah, y'all heard it. That man said Nigeria. Okay. Yeah, Motherland Records. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just
come on. Hey, they got talent out there, bro. It's insane how hungry they are out there. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's insane. A lot of people take them for like the people that scam you, because a lot of scammers do come from out of there. But it's so much talent. It's insane. So shout out to Nigeria.
That's what's up. Well, yo, listen, man, it was an honor to have you on again. Just kind of chop it up with you for another little session. So yeah, I said we'll do it again. I know we have some other things lined up. Each of us as individuals, we might link up and collab again on another song or something like that.
Come on.
So if it all happens, we'll get back up. We'll do this whole thing again. But for now, y'all, listen. Blaze Hunter, Flava Hype on the network. Believe the hype, y'all, for real. So congratulations to everything you got going on, good sir. And we'll be linking back up at some point, man. So
yes, sir.
Until next time.
Until next time.
The Pride and Egos line of athletic wear is a brand that tells a story about people representing individuality, diversity, equality. Everybody's got our own story. What's your story? Are you worried about the future and your current bank balance? It's not too late to catch up with the incredible AIM investing method, the system you can learn and share with others. For generations of wealth building, get started today at jjjinvesting.com.
I got the Carolina Reaper flow. Been embedded in me ever since I was an embryo. If you want proof, stop looking in the pudding. If you wanna take charge, gotta get some good footing. And keep it greasy like the axle on a wheel. You Wonder Woman with the missing in high heels. Geppetto with my flow, I'm a lyrical puppeteer. I don't even use the brakes, I just accelerate and steer. Never have you ever met somebody like me? Too clever when it comes to annihilating the beat. Too bad because I am the only person I see who can never think of taking it to the level I be. Come on, never have you ever met somebody like me? Too clever when it comes to annihilating the beat. Too bad because I am the only person I see.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of Believe the Hype. And remember, don't believe the hype unless it's Flava Hype.